Hello, I'm Micks Mowers, the Mower Man, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be working on a Weibang 56 Pro lawnmower legacy type. I'm going to be showing you how to swap over the Variator pulley system itself. This lawnmower's come in and the Variator has been confirmed has been a bit sticky. It's not transferring the variation speed as it should do. So a quick little video where I'm going to take the Variator off and put in a new genuine one. Hopefully that will fix the variation problem. But I also believe the gearbox will be a bit suspect as well, and there will be a video coming out on how to replace a gearbox on this very same lawnmower as well. The lawnmower's already had a complete rear roller assembly done. It's done quite a bit of work, and it's quite a long way off of being repaired. But we'll get this Variator put on, and then hopefully that'll be one of the boxes ticked to get this drive up and running. If this is the first time watching Micks Mowers, the Mower Man, hit the subscribe button, whack the old bell, set notifications to all. That way you'll be notified next time I upload another video. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's get this old Variator off and new one installed. Right, just got the Weibang Legacy 56 Pro up on the bench. That's no task in itself, they're heavy. But just want to show you what the back axle on these Weibangs look like. This is the ratchet system that the rear rollers encapsulate, so the rollers go over the top of this with a little tiny metal plate, and this is what ratchets and gives you your drivability. And on this mower, this one's free and this one is completely seized, but they are fully rebuildable. We can put new bearings in there and everything, so you can fully rebuild them. It's a fantastic little design. But what I went for in the end was a complete ratchet set and a new axle as well, because this was seized on there, and I had to cut the axle off because I couldn't get the end piece off of it. That was seized too. There's so many seized components on this mower, it's not even funny. So it was a bit costly, not too bad. It came in at a reasonable price, but fitting it is quite straightforward. But there's just quite a bit involved in it. But yeah, there's a ratchet system. It is a brilliant system, but it does need maintenance and servicing. And if you don't do that, then that's what happens. The ratchet then seizes up. And it didn't make no sense to renew the bearings in it because the whole ratchet was seized. But I could have probably done it, but it'd have been a lot more work. Had it been my own mower, then I would probably would have done that and saved a few quid. But for ease of transfer, for putting the new rear roller assembly in, that's what we went for. So what we're going to be doing today is looking at a Variator on this. Now I'm guessing I'm going to put the lawnmower up onto its arse to do it, because from what I can see from the new Variator, it's just got one bolt that goes through it. I'm guessing that bolts through the deck. It doesn't look to be spring loaded, nothing like that. And you just undo the nut on top of the Variator. Variator comes off, slip the belts off, and bish bash bosh. That's how easy it should be. But obviously you need to get my hands in there. I've got hands like shovels, and yeah, we'll go from there. So let me get the Variator back in, which is now outside. We'll get the lawnmower tipped up onto its arse. I'll take the back cover off. The back cover is quite simple to come off. It's just got a little tiny bolt hole just there to remove, one over the other side, just down there to remove. You can actually take this tank off. This tank will just slip out, and then this back plate bracket will come off as well, so you can get plenty of access in there. That'll expose the Variator in itself. I'm going to do that and show you what it looks like inside in a minute once I take those two bolts out, and then I'll put the lawnmower up onto its back, and then I'm guessing blade off and all that sort of good stuff just to access the bolt for the Variator. Then we'll go from there. And the Variator part number is WGY 27Z Juliet Golf 05 belt tensioner, and it came in at £79.20. So that's how much the Variator cost, and there it is there. So as I say, got a little tiny bolt which goes all the way through the whole system, and then the Variator just slides up and down. It's marked on the top, which is the top, so you can't get it wrong in case you take it apart. It's got bearings in there, grease in there, all that sort of lovely stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a spanner on there and a spanner on there. Just going to remove that nut just to take the Variator apart. I'll show you what it looks like when it's apart, and then we get on and do the actual mower itself. So let me get this Variator apart just so I can see how it goes, and then I'll come back to you. Right, so it's a 17mm spanner that goes on the bolt, and it's a 16mm spanner goes on the bolt, and a 17mm spanner goes on the nut. Once you take your nut off, it's just covered in grease. Take that off, put that down. And then you've got your variator in its entirety. Now, that bolt will just come out of there. Just checking as we go, make sure I don't lose no bits, because that should come all the way out of there with no issues. Yeah, it goes right. So there's it's a little shoulder bolt, nothing special. And then there's your variator in its entirety, which is all a sealed unit, like that. So it should be as simple as that, right? Take this bolt out, off comes a variator, put the new bolt in, and then do the nut up. All right, that's got a little tiny collar on. That's not actually part of a shouldered nut. That's actually part of the shoulder goes into there. So, okay, so I'm going to put it back together nice and gently, loosey-goosey. Just don't lose no bits. I'm going to put it back in the bag, because it's covered in grease. I don't want to get smothered, and it just stops getting any dirt on there. So that's the variator. And we're now going to tip the lawnmower up on its bum. I'll remove the covers, show you what it looks like inside before we go any further, and then we'll go from there. On these Weibangs, for those of you that don't know, I've already drained the fuel out, but you just put a spanner behind this bracket, and then this whole fuel tank will then lift up. And if you want to, you can just remove the whole fuel tank in its entirety, but I've drained all the fuel out of mine already. And then you've got two little tiny 10mm bolts down here. We can undo those, and that will remove the fuel tank bracket. Put those to one side and don't lose the pieces, Mick. And that will give you access to the back cover on this machine. Let me just grab a magnet tray, so I can keep all my bits and my bobs together, so we don't lose anything. And then we can then get this cover then removed. Let me just turn you around, and then there'll be two bolts to remove, one here and one here. Let me just get my airline, just blow out any muck that's in there. And then a 10mm goes into both of those, and we're just going to remove the bolt that's in there, one each side. Lovely. And then just pull that cover off. Let me get that pulled off, and I'll come back to it in 2 seconds. Right, so to remove a cover, it's just a pull-up job. And there's your variator in all its entirety, and it doesn't seem to want to move, which is a good sign for me. So let me just bring you in just to show you that. I'll get a torch just so you can actually see what's going on, because sometimes even just me showing you what it does, where it goes, is just as helpful as anything. So I'll just put the old torch up there so it doesn't fall over, and we'll just loosen you guys off. Right, so inside, variator is here, okay, gearbox is here, and here's your belt. Now, my variator shuffles, as you just saw, but this variator, let me just bring a light in. This variator, I can't at the moment move that too far, so I'm guessing that's a problem, okay, but it's only a guess. Now, to undo it, you've got to undo this little tiny nut on here. And that might be enough just to slip the variator off. If not, you've got to remove it from underneath and take the bolt out. But we're going to see. Hopefully I can get the actual nut undone, and the variator might just slide up, and away we go. But we'll see how easy it is, and I'll go back to this. Let me get this nut undone, and I'll come back to you. So the second I did a quarter turn on that nut, the whole bolt assembly started to move. So I've got to tip the lawnmower up onto its bum. I've got to take the blade off, and I've got to remove some of the cowling so I can expose the bolt that holds the variator on. And literally I'm only going to do that just so I can hold that bolt still. That's the only reason. So let me get it tipped up into its arse, and then we can expose some of the underside of it, and then we'll go from there. Right, so ignore that. So on closer inspection, it looks to be slightly different. So let me turn you around. So the variator actually sits on this variator plate just here. So you've got to remove this bolt at the back, remove that one, and I'm guessing this one as well. That one there, that'll be a 10mm, so we can remove that whilst we're here. And then when you take that off, this whole plate will come off together, and that will then give you your variator. So let me get this just loosened off, and I'll come back to you before I remove it. So I've removed a 10mm bolt at the back, and now removing the 14mm bolt on the front of the variator plate. Now, it doesn't appear to be spring loaded at the moment. Well, it might just jump up and bite me in the arse in a minute. There's a 14mm bolt that comes out of there. And then, by the power of Grayskull, the whole variator then comes off, slips off there, slips off of the drive. That's which way round it goes, like so. Variator is now on the bracket. There you go there, and it all moves much easier than the other one does. Now just got to put the belt back onto the lower part of the variator. Just make sure it is actually on the pulley on the crank as well before you commit to tie it down. So what you can do is just move your small gearbox belt out the way, and then just slip your variator over top onto the bottom pulley. Have it roughly into position where you want it, okay? But you need to now double check it's actually on the pulley on the bottom. So you need to remove the blade and the friction disc, and then just make sure that your variator is well seated before you actually start to screw this one down. Then you've got to put your belt on for your gearbox and onto your variator on the top, which goes on like that, and then simply bolt it down. But I can already tell, I think, that's on. So I'm just going to put the bolts in loosely goosely. If not, I just have to remove them and then just slide the belt over the crankshaft pulley to make sure it is actually in place. Right. Okay, so now the new variator's on, all bolted down with the 10mm bolt and the 14mm bolt. And the first thing I have noticed is up the top side here, I couldn't move the variator speed on the linkage initially, as per the first part of the video, but now I can actually move this and it feels to be under tension, which is good. So it wants to come back on its own. So that's a good sign too. That's now working where it wasn't working beforehand. So all I've now got to do is put the fuel tank back on. I'm going to leave the cover off for now, and just so I can run this machine up and test it, and then hopefully the drive will then work, and I can then put the back cover back on. I'll then run the machine for about an hour, give it a good bit of use, and go from there. So there you go, variator now fitted. The old one was a bit sticky. It hadn't failed completely, but it wouldn't be long before it did. They are maintainable to a degree, but they do suffer quite a bit of wear and tear with regards to the belt being rubbing up against it all the time, and a new variator only costs around about 80 quid. Nice simple task to do. So if your variator is actually failed on your Weibang, then this video should help you out, and it has helped you out. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, whack the old bell, set notifications to all. That way you'll be notified next time I upload another video, and I look forward to you guys next time. Micks Mowers very, very soon. But until then, don't forget, much more importantly, take it easy.